have so many distinguished visitors here. I'm just going to say distinguished guests because it's quicker. In fact, yesterday evening, we found an easier way, because rather than do a toast to every single country that was represented here, we just said everybody from Jersey stay standing up, and everybody else sat down. So we said a toast to everybody sitting down. So as you're all sitting down, I raised a glass to you all. Simon, thanks very much. Yes, a story about two Lyndons is true. There's only about 3 people called Lyndon in the Channel Islands. But it's funny that Simon should make fun of our name, because Simon is a particularly cool name, but I don't know too many Simons. Fortunately, it's just really him. So thank you for inviting me here, Simon. And I'm really interested to read your book, although I might need a good translation. But if you could work on that next, I'd be grateful. I'm sure we can I have a lot of Madeira friends who will help with that, but I'm very interested to read that, because, you know, over the decades, our communities have grown together, and they're not different communities now. I think we're one community, we're the community of Jersey, and you're part of us, and we're part of you, and you're part of the family, and it's an enormous privilege for our island to have that integration, as we have with other nationalities that have come to join us here in our little island. And we wouldn't be where we are without that integration, without the important migration that we have here to support our community long into the future. So it's a pleasure for me to be your Chief Minister. And by the way, there's an election next year, so to gather your support. Thank you for your support over the Liberation weekend. That's a very important day for us, and I'm sure you could all feel it was palpable. You could feel the energy in the island, and I think maybe because it's starting, it will soon be out of living memory for those people there, which means these anniversaries now, as we get further into the future, are even more important, because we must never forget what happened. And it's our duty to pass it down, as my father passed it to me, and I'm passing it to my children and grandchildren. We all have to share and pass it down. And not only that, we have to learn from the past. And because, we have a connection. I mean, thanks to Portugal and Madeira, who, without you, the Vega may never have sailed. And I heard a story yesterday from the head of the British Red Cross that in October of 1945, the people of Jersey raised the sum of £150,000, which was a lot of money in 1945. They collected that in an island that had just come out of 5 years of occupation, and they gave a cheque to the Red Cross to say thank you for what you did for us. But also that time, the memories of those times have driven now and continue to shape our overseas aid funding and projects and the work we do overseas. And we make sure that we help people, bearing in mind our history of oppression and occupation, and that's helped guide us in our overseas and foreign policy. So thank you, Simon, for inviting me to say a few words. I'm sorry I have to go out back to the west of the island now. I mean, it's not like going from one side of Madeira to the other. It's a big I was last in Madeira in 1987, and I had an invitation this evening to visit, which I will accept with great pleasure. Maybe we can coincide. I'll come over with Simon. It might be cheaper if we two of us come at the same time.
Share a bedroom.
I'll pay the difference. I'll pay the difference. Because I'm told, his wife told me he snores very loud. So Simon, and thank you very much. Thank you all for being here, and we'll see you again soon. Very much. an important piece of work because it will begin, I think this book will begin, not only will it lay out the foundations of the Madeira